Is you ready, my brother? Step up to this mic and let's get it.
Make some noise for Domes, y'all. Make some noise.
Hey everybody, my name's not Doms. It's Domes. What is that? Domes Gage is dope, but like...
That boy is good. I promise.
What's up, guys? Domes Gage here, and we're back. Back for another episode of Off the Dome with Domes Gage, episode 30. We've been doing this for a little bit now, guys. Episode 30. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Make sure to hit that like button. Leave a comment. Let me know you're listening. And subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're not already. Back for another week, another episode, another number. You know how it goes. Gonna kill another hour as we do every week. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Appreciate everybody that's been tuning in to the live streams, which we'll get to. Because I don't know that we have a whole lot to talk about. But we'll fill up an hour. We usually make that happen. So hope everybody is doing all right, enjoying their day, staying safe, staying clean. With all this quarantine shit still, which I don't know, might be I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if we're supposed to open at the end of the month or like things are supposed to start opening slowly at the end of the month. I have no fucking clue. All I know is I'm still locked down for now. So yeah, let's talk about this past week and what I've been up to since the last episode. Recorded and released the last episode last Monday, as I'm doing right now, recording on Monday. So yeah, I recorded and released the podcast last Monday. Then on Tuesday, I ended up doing an interview with OD from AHAT, which was the rap battle league that I used to be a part of when I was younger and grew up in the, not grew up, but came up in the battle rap scene, the local battle rap scene. And OD is the founder and was the host of all those battles. And I mentioned it on the last episode that I was going to do an interview with him. I just wasn't exactly sure when. And so yeah, recorded the podcast, released the podcast Monday, then Tuesday, ended up doing an interview with him, and he's been doing the AHAT live interviews with certain rappers, and most of them are like, under an hour. Most of them, I don't think there's one over an hour long. And, mine and his interview ended up being 3 hours long. And, it was awesome. I had a really fun time talking to him. I really recommend it. I really recommend listening to it. I know it's 3 hours, so maybe listen to it in segments, but I really recommend it, especially if you were a fan of the old battle rap stuff, because we get very in-depth about, how I got into the battle rap stuff, and just so much. We talked about so much. There's a lot of behind the scenes gems and even stuff that I was like, damn, we're talking about this, like things that I didn't even know we would bring up on an interview kind of stuff. And it was a lot of fun. I haven't seen OD in a few years. The last time I seen him was at that cypher that I did with Fats. Which is actually like in the intro of my podcast theme song or whatever. But that was the last time I seen OD, and I don't talk to him that frequently. I hit him up to ask for permission to do the Trust the Process video with so I could use some AHAT footage in it. But other than that, like, we don't really like talk that often and shit. And so it was just super cool to be able to sit down with him and catch up. Like, we haven't talked, especially like in depth in fucking years. So it was just fun, like catching up, hanging out with him and just shooting the shit, reminiscing, taking a trip down memory lane, kind of, and just like getting a dose of nostalgia of just us talking about all the old battle rap events and certain memories that we had and why certain shit happened and didn't happen, and a lot of behind the scenes inside baseball stuff, money things, fucking, you know. The interview's 3 hours long. We talked about a whole lot of shit. So I definitely recommend you guys going to the AHAT channel and watching that interview if you haven't seen it yet. And then, of course, we talked about everything that's going on with me now. You know, we were playing my music videos. We were promoting the music, promoting the songs. I was talking about the podcast. And yeah, the podcast starts going long. And he's like, man, you turned this to the Off the Dome podcast. I had to stop myself at like some point and be like, hey, OD, like I do a podcast every week where I talk to myself for an hour. So if I'm long-winded, like, you know, you can cut me off at any moment. I have no problem killing time. And he was making jokes. He's like, yeah, I've been seeing the live streams. They're fucking 4 hours or 3 hours and podcast. So I'm like, yeah. I'm definitely not like a one-word answer kind of person, especially when someone's interviewing me. And honestly, like I haven't really done that many interviews, so it was just like, it was hella fun. It was the first time I did like the Zoom chat or whatever that everybody's using now that we're all fucking stuck in our houses. Everybody's doing the Zoom chats, and that's how like a lot of podcasts and stuff are still happening. And that was hella fun. I just had a lot of fun, like, even like doing an interview and, you know, reminiscing and talking about old times. And getting a chance, like I was saying a second ago, that you know, of course, we're promoting what I'm doing now. And that gave me a chance to potentially reach a lot of people that haven't seen me in a long time, that used to watch the battle rap stuff back in the day and haven't heard any of the music, haven't caught up, haven't listened to any of what I got going on now, haven't even seen my YouTube channel, and don't even know I changed my name to Domes Gage from the Kid Domes or whatever, and haven't seen me since the battle rap days. And there's a lot of people out there that used to watch the battle rap stuff and just fucking don't know how to find me now. So I thought it would be a good opportunity to be able to go on that platform, the channel where, you know, all these people used to watch me, and promote everything I got going on now. I said, you know, if you haven't seen me in fucking a long time, guys, go to my Spotify. I got plenty of music. Come to my YouTube channel. I got music videos, do a podcast every week. And then, of course, we started promoting the live streams, which is, you know, the newest thing we've been doing over here. And, yeah. And I know a few people came over to the channel after seeing that they're like, damn, we just don't know what happened to you. Didn't know how to find you. Haven't seen you since the fucking AHAT days. And now they're tuning into the channel. So that means a lot. That definitely means a lot. I appreciate everybody that's still tuning in with me, like, over all the years. You know what I mean? That's because not everybody did. I've said that before, that there was a lot of eyes on me when I was doing the battle rap stuff. And when I decided to go a different route, not everybody came with me. And I expected that to happen. You know, I was ready for that to happen. And the fact that anybody came with me and decided to go down the different path with me, that means the most to me, you know? So yeah, I got to promote everything that I'm doing now. Of course, I was talking to OD about the live streams, trying to tell the people. I was just trying to promote it, and I was like, yeah, I've been making beats, and I've been having fun freestyling using the words in the chat that you guys give me. And OD's like, oh, we're going to need a sample of that. He's like, we don't need the whole hour, but, just a couple minutes. I'm like, I don't know, OD. Fucking put me on the spot after having a 3-hour interview. I don't know. So I had to play a beat off my phone. I probably didn't have to rap, but I kind of wanted to, because this kind of goes back to, oh yeah, a lot of people haven't seen me in a long time, don't know what I'm up to, and this is just another way, hey, come over to the channel. We're freestyling, having fun over here, So I did want to kind of give them a little bit of a snippet. And so I pulled up a beat on my phone, and excuse me, I did much like what I do on the live streams. I was taking words in the chat, and I did maybe a 2 or 3 minute freestyle off of them, and it went well. It was an all right freestyle for the few minutes. Even OD was like, man, it was better than I thought it was going to be. Sometimes I'm on, sometimes I'm not. It's hard to stay on when you're rapping for an hour. When you only have to do 3 or 4 minutes, you can make it work. But yeah, so I did that on the AHAT channel as well, because just like I said, I thought it would, help the people that were tuning in to come fuck with me, man. Because I get a lot of comments and questions about, oh, you had all these fans when you were battle rapping, what happened? Things like that, you should have more recognition because you were so big, popular in the battle rap shit. And I'm just like, yeah, not everybody was on board with the transition, I guess. Or some people just don't know what happened. They don't know how to find me. They don't know where I went. They don't know what I've been up to. So I'm like, fuck it. Let me sit down with OD, chop it up for 3 hours, and let these people know what I've been doing. Let them know where my head's at, and let them know that I have plenty of music that they need to go catch up on. Plenty of music videos that they need to come watch. And it's cool because OD was playing my music videos, so I got to really talk about the music and behind the scenes stories of the videos and the songs and things like that. So it wasn't just a battle rap interview for 3 hours. We really touched on a lot of different things. And if I thought it was just going to be battle rap the whole time, I probably wouldn't have done it, I need, I love being able to talk about that stuff because it was that groundwork, building that foundation. But of course, my main focus is what I got going on now. So I was grateful that he was even playing music videos and really promoting the music on top, and promoting my YouTube channel, and, promoting the live stream, and, him making references to my stuff, oh, you turn this to the Off the Dome podcast. We're trying to get up there with your 3-hour streams, things like that, that just made me it just made me feel good about what I'm doing, you know what I mean? And so yeah, anyway, appreciate everybody that did tune in to that interview on the AHAT channel with OD. I appreciate all of the new subscribers that haven't seen me in a while and are just making their way over here. Appreciate you guys. Make sure to stay tuned. We're going to have a lot of stuff dropping. A lot of stuff dropping soon. I've been busy, guys. It's been a busy week. Been a busy week. So yeah. Monday did the podcast. Tuesday did the interview with OD, and we ended up doing it kind of later. I think we didn't even start until fucking 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock. We went until probably 9 or 10 at night. It was kind of a later stream. So I've been promoting that I want to do the the live stream on my channel like 3 times a week, and I keep saying Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. However, I woke up Wednesday morning after doing a 3-hour live stream with OD and was like, or 3-hour interview, with OD, and was like, I think I'm burnt out, man. I think I don't want to go live today. So I ended up slacking and I didn't go live on Wednesday. Just had a lazy day, which it is what it is. I actually haven't gone live on a Wednesday yet. I was looking at that. I've only done Friday and Sunday. So no matter what, 100%, we're doing the live streams Fridays and Sundays. I'm going to add Wednesday in there. I've just been slacking a little bit. But for sure, Fridays and Sundays. That's happening. As far as times, I'm still experimenting with stuff, guys. Somebody asked me if I had a set schedule. I'm like, well, I know the days. I just don't know the time. I'm still experimenting with it. It's kind of all about how I feel. Sometimes I wake up and I'm fucking hyped up and ready to stream, so I do it earlier. Sometimes I'm, lagging until the afternoon or nighttime, and we try it a little bit later. So, but I'm open to suggestions. Whatever works better for you guys, I'd like to know. As far as what time I should be streaming. Because I would like it to be like a set thing where it's okay, it's Friday at this time and we're going over to Domes' channel because we know he's live. Oh, it's Sunday at this time, we're going over there because we know he's live at this time. Instead of like having to see the post on Instagram or see the post on Facebook or get the YouTube notification. You just already kind of know. It's like a TV show where you're just like, all right, no, it airs every week at this time. And I would like to have a set schedule. Although I don't even have a set schedule for this damn podcast. All I know is it comes out on Monday. What time? Who knows? But it comes out on Monday. But yeah. Okay, yeah, recapping the week. Got a little lost there. So yeah, dropped the podcast Monday. What have I been up to since? Interview with AHAT OD on Tuesday. Wednesday I completely slacked. Then why am I drawing a blank now? Thursday. So this is going to go back to something that I was saying, I think on the last podcast, where I've been having fun making these beats on the live stream, and I've been being forced to sort of be productive for the day. Like some days I might go and I might not make beats and I might not work on music, but this is giving me a set time to where it's like, nope, we're for sure sitting down on Fridays and Sundays, possibly Wednesdays, to make beats and make music. Like it's giving me some sort of structure, that's like, and I'm making music on the other, off time sometimes too, but like this has just been giving me an excuse to sit down and work on something. And I said it in the last podcast that I've been happy with how some of the beats are coming out, because I'm sitting down just to have fun and make beats and be creative and pass the time, but then I end up making a dope beat. And some of these beats that I'm just messing around with on the stream and freestyling to might end up turning into actual songs, because some of the beats I'm making on these streams are actually dope. And then I hear them a few days later and I'm like, oh shit, this is actually kind of fire. Like, So yeah, the songs that I said this on a past episode, that the songs or the beats that I'm making on these streams that I'm having fun freestyling to might end up turning into real songs. And guess what, guys? It's already happening. It's already starting to happen. On Thursday, I was in the studio. Well, I'm always in the studio, but on Thursday, I was working on a song to one of the beats I made on one of the live streams. I think it was the third live stream I don't really remember what live stream it was. But yeah, one of the beats that I made live with you guys and then had fun freestyling too. I sat down and started making an actual song to it. And I think that's going to be so dope for whenever that song comes out and the people that were tuning into the live stream are like, oh, I watched him make that beat. That's fire. I remember he freestyled to that beat. And now you're going to be able to hear an actual written song to it with structure and a chorus and things like that. So I think that'll be super dope for the viewers, the people that are watching the live stream. Now it's like fucking, I don't know if Inception's the right word for that one, but yeah, you watched it on the live stream, then I'm going to drop the song, and then you're going to be like, oh shit, that's the beat he made from the live stream. I was even saying I might have to premiere it on the live stream since that's where I made the beat. I'll have to show a snippet of the song on the live stream or something. But yeah, so that's what I was doing Thursday. I didn't 100% finish the song, but I got pretty close. Got a verse and a rough draft of the hook. So, some re-recording, some tweaking, a couple adjustments, we'll be there. So not only are these live streams helping me take out time to focus and be creative and just have fun and pass the time with you guys, now it's also turning into real music. You know what I mean? Like, of course, we're just having fun with the freestyle stuff. I say it every time. These aren't my best raps. This isn't my best fucking lyrics. Like, I'm clearly like just improvising and not putting too much thought into this shit, freestyling off the top for real. Like, no, you know what I mean? So it's all about having fun. Like, I think a couple streams ago, I was like, man, that freestyle like wasn't good. Like, I've been doing some good ones, and that one just like wasn't that good to me. And then I kept having to tell myself, like, it's freestyling. Like, it's just about having fun. Like, it's clearly not going to be that good all the time. That's what the point of freestyling is. It's just practice and, to have fun with you guys and shit. So, yeah, that's mostly why I do the stream, is so I can get creative and we can hang out and have fun doing the freestyle thing. And, but some of those beats might turn into actual songs. So it's just another thing where it's kind of making me be productive. It's helping me get more shit done by doing the live streams. And I don't know. I'm just still really hyped on doing the live streams. I feel like since I've started it, it's been a big plus. And I feel like people are into it. And if they're not now, they will be. But yeah, I just think the live streams are kind of helping everything I do, as far as, musically. The freestyles are just keeping the sword sharp. My brother called me yesterday after the stream and was like, man, he's like, you fucking rap for that long. He's like, you have to be so sharp, like even trying, he's like, you could write fucking 10 songs right now, probably, He's like, you're so like warmed up already, like, and that's true. Like, it does get me in that mode where it gets me in rap mode. So I freestyle for an hour and then, yeah, I could end up writing a song, or maybe the next day I start working on a song to the beat. You know what I mean? Like, so doing the freestyle stuff has been helping me keep the sword sharp as far as rapping goes. Answering the questions and talking to you guys is like on the chat is helping me with the podcast. I think like the last episode of the podcast, I was like, oh, this is my favorite episode. And I was like, maybe I'm just getting more comfortable because I've been doing the lives. Or also talking about the moth thing was really funny last week. But It's helping me get better at making beats. It's putting pressure on me to get shit finished. And then some of those beats are turning into real songs that are going to go in the actual catalog on the Spotify. It's just all a plus, you know? It's a big positive, and I'm really hyped on the live streams, and I appreciate everybody that has been tuning in. And hugely appreciate everybody that has donated. That shit means the fucking world to me. You know, I know not everybody has it, and tuning in means just as much, but getting those donations is that shit is special, man, and I truly appreciate it. Like straight up. That's the biggest support I can have right now, you know what I mean? Like just doing these live streams, having fun, and you know, every dollar helps. That's what I try and tell people. Like, oh, you know, don't have to feel obligated to fucking throw whatever. Like, if you don't have it, like, you know, toss $1, toss a couple bucks. Like, just, you know what I mean? Everything helps. And if you don't got nothing, fuck it. Just chill and ask some questions in the chat. It's all good, you know? Trust me, I watch a lot of live stream stuff, podcasts and things that people be donating. I'm like, shit, I'm broke. I would donate to you if I could, man. So I don't blame you guys. But the people that are donating, fucking hugely appreciated. Because, you know, as a starving artist, every dollar helps. Donate now to the Dome's Gauge Fund. But yeah. It's funny, I had a thought of this shit like way back in the day where I was like, dog, I'll do like some freestyles on the live stream, like for some donations on some fucking cam girl shit. And now that's kind of what I'm doing. So, you know, it is what it is. You gotta make it sexy or you don't eat hips and nips. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, just having fun with the live streams, and I appreciate everybody that's been tuning in. So, getting a little off track, doing this episode a little different, trying to go day by day, which I don't know why I'm really doing that. But yeah, so Thursday I was working on a song to one of the beats that I've made on the stream previously. Then Friday, back for another live stream. That was a later one. I was kind of burnt out on Friday and didn't end up streaming until like 6 p.m. West Coast time. I know that's like 9 p.m. for everybody on the East Coast, so that's way later. But it was the most people that have tuned into the stream. And I was like, damn, so maybe we should be doing these later. More people are going to come in if I do it later. However, it was also the most like burnt out and tired I've been. Like, I didn't really like I thought my freestyle, something just wasn't clicking. My brain wasn't on point like it usually is. And I was a little tired while I was making the beat. And I have a little bit more energy when I'm able to do them earlier in the day. And so it's kind of a double-edged sword. I get more viewers, but I might be not as energetic if I do it later. If I do it earlier, I probably get less viewers, but the product might be better. And I think this all comes back to just having a set schedule. If people knew it was going to be later or earlier, they would know when to tune in. But because I'm kind of all over the place, I think, I don't know. Regardless. So yeah, Friday night we did another stream. That was the dope doorbell. Shout out to everybody in the stream. That's helping me name my beats and throwing words in the chat. And even like I just love like the community we're building. That shit means so much to me. You know, the dome heads, you know, we're going strong. Like I think Friday, like everybody's in the chat like giving Rhea new names and shit. You know, Rhea's like, oh, I want to name like Hot Dog Kisser, and everybody's in the chat like giving her new names. And it's like everybody in the chat is starting to know each other. They're like, hey, what's up? They're talking to each other like they're homies. And it's like we're just building this community, and that shit makes me like happy. You know what I mean? It makes me fucking proud that like we're building this group of just like positive people and supporters. That means the fucking most to me. And the fact that, yeah, now you guys are homies in the chat, it's like, I'm just loving it. I'm loving it. So, yeah, Friday, I had fun with that stream. I was like, man, they're fucking, having conversations with each other in the chat. I'm like, hell yeah, the dome heads, And, so yeah, I just really appreciate everybody tuning in, and I'm excited about what we're building with the live streams. I'm having a lot of fun with it and excited to keep doing them. So yeah, once again, appreciate everybody that's been tuning in to the lives. And if you haven't been catching them live, then you can rewatch them. They're long, but you can rewatch them. So yeah, that was Friday. That was the stream. Then Saturday, 2 days ago, I went skateboarding. And as a couple people, have heard me talk about in this podcast, I like skateboarding a lot. Used to do it a lot when I was younger, and don't do it so often anymore. And I think it was like a couple weeks ago that like my homie came over and we ended up skating out front of my house. And I talked about that on the podcast. That I did a little bit of skateboarding outside of my house. Well, yeah, my homie hit me up and was like, hey, we're going to go skate. You want to go? And you know me, I've been quarantined as fuck. Like literally the only time I've left my house, like other than going out front, is to go to the store. Like I'm chilling. Like I'm locked up. And so I was finally just like, fuck it. Let's go skate. I'm down. He's like, oh, we're going to go to this spot. It's like this little drainage ditch thing. Because a lot of the skate parks are closed, technically. You're not supposed to be there and shit. They're trying to, not many of the skate parks out here are like fenced off, so it's kind of hard for them to enforce that. But, yeah, my homie hit me up. Was like, hey, we're going to go skate. You trying to go? And I was like, fuck yeah, let's do it. I don't know why. Just for some reason, I would have probably said no, but maybe we've been fucking locked down in quarantine for so goddamn long. I was like, I need to get outside. So ended up going and skating with two of my homies and had a hella fun time at this little skate spot. I didn't get any footage. I probably should have had my homie like film something. I always think of that later. I'm like, damn, if I'm going to talk about me skating on the podcast, I should probably like have a little video or something I could show. But yeah, nah. Got out, got some exercise, some physical activity, not just sitting in the fucking studio. Caught some sun, maybe got a little bit burnt, even though I wore hella sunscreen because I'm white as it gets. But yeah, I had a lot of fun skating on Saturday, and yeah, I don't know. That's what I did on Saturday. Then Sunday, yesterday, boom, back on the stream. Back on the stream. And yesterday might have been my favorite stream so far, to be honest. I had a lot of fun with yesterday's stream. I appreciate everybody that tuned in. Yesterday, I made a beat with my acoustic guitar, which I was trying to lean over so you could see it, but you can't really, even if I move. But yeah, I made a beat sampling me playing acoustic guitar. I played some acoustic guitar, recorded it on the voice memo on my iPhone, and then, put it on my computer, sampled it up, got it on tempo, and made a beat out of it. And so that was like hella fun. I have time, but I don't know why I don't pull out my guitar that often. So something was just calling me about, hey, let's try and make a guitar beat. And I like how it came out. I like the beat a lot, and I had a lot of fun doing it. That was a fun process of playing the guitar, sampling it, making a beat out of it. And then, of course, freestyling with you guys for another fucking hour. And I thought I was kind of on point yesterday. It might be my favorite freestyle session out of all the live streams so far. So, yeah, had a lot of fun with yesterday's stream. I appreciate everybody tuning into it. So, yeah, we did 2 streams on my channel. We did the live stream interview on the AHAT channel with OD. I was working on a song to one of the beats I made on the live stream. And I even went skateboarding and had some fun. I had a pretty fucking active week, guys. I had a pretty active week. And this goes back to something I said in, previous episodes is it's keeping me positive. Putting all this stuff on my plate. Oh, now I'm doing live streams. I'm okay, podcast Monday, live stream. I want to do it Wednesday, but I didn't do it Wednesday, but I did one Tuesday this last week, So I was like busy, Monday, Tuesday I was busy. Then Thursday I was in the studio working on a song. And then Friday I'm back on the live stream. Then Saturday I go skate, and Sunday I'm back on the live stream. Then Monday I'm back on the podcast. Like, it's just making my weeks fucking fly by, and it's also making them much more productive. So it's making me feel like I'm being more productive. Even if like I said, me getting on the live stream is just us having fun, and it might not be the best freestyle shit or the best beat I'm making, it's still making me feel productive because I'm doing something that day, and kicking it with you guys just raises the spirits, getting to talk to you guys and shoot the shit. And then, yeah, some of the beats might end up turning into real songs. So yeah, I'm just very grateful for everybody that is very grateful for everybody that has been tuning in to the live streams. And we'll be doing more every Friday and Sunday for sure. I'm going to add Wednesday in there. I'm going to stop slacking. We're going to do one Wednesday this week for sure. And one of the other things I want to think of, which I've been thinking about, I think I have a date in my head, and I'm going to try and stick to it. It's not that far from now. I want to do the live stream in studio performance where, I perform some of my songs, and I have you guys give me suggestions on what songs I should perform next. And yeah. So like a live stream quarantine concert kind of. And yeah. So let me know if you guys are into that idea. That one I'll promote a little bit. I won't just post it the day of, like, live stream happening today or live right now. I'm going to promote that one like a week or so in advance and say, hey, next week we're going to do the quarantine concert in studio performance. So instead of me freestyling on beats like I've been doing, I'll just perform actual songs. So yeah. And the donations will be open. You guys can donate to the Dome's Gauge Fund. I'm trying to get a better like webcam and shit for the live stream so the quality's a little bit better. So that's something I'm looking into. Fucking do a fundraiser for rap all day until I get enough money for the fucking camera. And knock on wood, I'm hoping that's not the case this week. Last week when I went to edit the podcast, my computer was giving me some shit, guys. It was not wanting to work for me. And the people that watch the live stream know we have some glitching issues sometimes. And so I was trying to edit the podcast and it was giving me shit last week. I mean, I ended up getting it done, but it just made me think like, damn, I really don't want to be editing these podcasts. I don't want to be wasting the time doing that shit. Like it's more work than I want to be doing. Like uploading the footage onto my computer, then editing it to the audio. And maybe it's because I'm spoiled from doing the live streams, because I've been doing the live streams and I'm like, I don't have to edit shit. I just stream for hours and then I press done and it uploads straight to YouTube. So in an ideal situation, you know, I would be doing the podcast live. You guys could interact with me just like we do the questions on the chat, and I can still make my points about what's been going on in the week. And I want to do the podcast live. However, the thing that's been holding me back from doing that is quality. I hold like the podcast to a certain standard. You know, I'm filming it on a good camera. I'm recording it. I'm recording it and mixing the audio and shit like that. Like I hold it to a certain standard. And until I get a webcam of some better quality, I'm stuck editing the podcast. And I don't know how long this computer is going to let me keep editing the podcast is what I'm saying. So, I don't know. How do you guys feel about if I were to do the podcast live? If I were to start, and we'll do it every Monday, we'll pick a set time and I'll go live and we'll do an episode of the podcast every week live. Let me know if you would be down for that. Unfortunately, the quality is not going to be that great. It's going to be the same quality as I do the live streams for now. But I don't know. I like having it separate. Like I do like having this be a separate thing and not be just the same as the live stream or look exactly the same as the live stream. So as long as my computer allows me to keep editing it, I'm going to keep doing it. But I'm just saying last week it was kind of giving me some shit. But yeah, as long as it allows me to keep editing it, I'll do it for now. But down the road in the future, it would be the most beneficial to just be able to do it live. Like I was talking to OD for 3 hours and he's like, yeah, let me know when you want to do your podcast. And I'm like, well, my podcast is still like edited and it's not live and this. And he's like, oh, like he kind of like didn't even really realize that. And he's like, oh, you should just figure out how to do it live, you know? Because like talking to him made me want to do interviews with people and shit. And that would be so fun to do over a live stream, do off the dome episodes with people. But, so yeah, one day I would like to do it live, but I want the quality to be a little better. So we'll do a fundraiser live stream one time where I raise money to buy a new fucking camera and then we'll have some decent quality. And, yeah, pretty much. So yeah, live stream concert, that's what I was talking about. I definitely am going to do that. Although now I don't know what's up with the quarantine thing. I was like, I'm going to do this live stream concert while everyone's locked down in quarantine. Now, I don't know if shit's getting lifted after the 30th or if shit's starting to open again. I have a feeling we're still going to be kind of locked down for a while. Shit ain't about to go back to normal next week. So I'm thinking in like 2 weeks. Don't hold me to that, but I'm thinking in like 2 weeks we're going to do the live stream or the live concert stream. So yeah. All right, guys. I am going to take a quick break. Going to use the bathroom and then come back with questions, and we'll end this episode. All right, we back. Let's get to these questions and end this episode off. Episode 30, man. I told KON, I asked him how many episodes our podcast did, 35 or something like that. I was like, how many did our podcast do? He's like 35, 36. And I was like, my only goal with my podcast is that I do more episodes than the podcast we did. That means I'm having a successful podcast if I surpass the number of episodes that me and him did. I'm not going to end at 37 or anything. Don't worry, guys. Plan to keep this podcast going. All right, let's get to these questions. We're already pretty deep in the episode. Oh my God, yeah, I totally forgot now that I'm looking at this. Shout out, his YouTube name is Ben Drinkin' Again, and he was on the AHAT live stream, the interview with me and OD, and he was throwing donations in the super chat, and he was asking me how he could donate to me, and long story short, that man sent me $50. He sent me a $50 donation on the AHAT live stream. And my guy, fucking salute, bro. You are the MVP. Truly appreciated. Fucking tremendously. That is, yeah, I don't even know what that I fucking appreciate it. Thank you. But he left a comment on the last podcast and said, OD better get you what I paid for you. Because he had to send it to the super chat. OD had to send it to me. Long story. He got it to me. We're all straight. Appreciate you, my dude. Much love. Now come through to the live chat on my channel. Hit me with the donation. I'm just fucking with you. I really appreciate it, man. All right, let's get to these questions. Rhea asks, would you ever compete on Fear Factor? Hell no, Rhea. You heard my last episode. I was beefing with moths and mosquitoes. I don't like bugs. There's no fucking way I'm doing some Fear Factor shit. That price better be fucking high for the shit they make people do. Or used to make people do. I don't know if Fear Factor's still a thing. But yeah, fuck that. And yeah, you guys were talking about skydiving and shit on the last live stream. I'm so cool, man. I'm just like not the thrill-seeking like kind of dude, you know? I get my thrills by making music and being productive and shit, playing shows, releasing music, you know? I'm not fucking skydiving or getting covered with scorpions or whatever kind of weird shit you have to do on Fear Factor. Yeah, nah, probably not, to be honest. Fuck, I'd probably go skydiving before I competed on Fear Factor. And didn't like Fear Factor originally get kicked off for like, it was like one challenge that was specifically like very gross. It involved like, I don't know. I'm cool. I'm cool on Fear Factor. Do you think Buck would definitely have something to say about the moth or mosquito? I was waiting for him to step up the whole time. I was waiting, Buck. He didn't want to break the table. He didn't want to drop the table. I couldn't hear him. He was asking me to take the table so he could get the bugs. I didn't hear him. My bad, Buck. I got you next time. All right, let's get to these hot dog kisser questions. In the nick of time, hot dog kisser. In the nick of time. I looked last night before I was going to record the episode today, and I was like, damn, hot dog kisser didn't leave me no questions. Woke up this morning, hot dog kisser questions. Let's go. All right. Hot dog kisser asks, how did your first time driving go? What was my first time driving? I think my homie let me drive his car like up the street to another homie's house one time because he was trying to teach me when I was like 18 or no, I was probably younger than 18 now that I'm thinking about it. But I didn't get my license for mad long, guys. Like I was like 22, 3. I didn't get my license for mad long. Everyone's like, what? Like, you? I was like, I don't know, man. I just never fucking wanted to drive. I never felt comfortable driving for some reason. It was always intimidating to me. And I said this to somebody recently because we were at like this arcade thing and there was the game fucking Cruisin' USA or whatever, whereas like you sit down, it was like an arcade game and you sit down, it's like a racing game. And I was so like all the older people used to play it, and I used to try and play it as a little ass kid, like 7 in the arcade, and would suck so bad at it. And I'm like, yo, I'm never like driving if this is any indication of how I'm gonna drive. Or like somebody probably made a joke like I'm never getting in a car with you or something like that. And at 7 years old, that stuck with me. I was like, damn, I'm gonna drive like that game. Long story short, I played that game again like last month, and that game is so fucking hard. Like it is nothing like real driving. That game is so fucking hard. And I was playing it and I'm like, oh yeah, no wonder I thought I was going to suck at driving. This game is fucking difficult as hell. Sliding all over the place and fucking then I remember I was like trying to get my license. I got my permit and shit, and I was like, one of my homies let me drive his car somewhere, or I was driving with him, and I was like, I don't want to go on the freeway. And he's like, all right, cool. And he's like, just take this turn and take this turn and go on this street. And I'm like, fool, are we going on the freeway? What the fuck? And he's like, just go fast. So I'm like, what the fuck? He's like, you gotta go faster, bro. So I just fucking pedal to the floor on some Ricky Bobby. Fucking A. I want to go fast. And then, yeah, we got wherever. And I was hella pissed. I was like, what the fuck, fool? I told you I didn't want to go on the freeway. He's like, you made it, right? You got here. You're good. Fucking dickhead. And then yeah, no, by the time, like I had already been driving. So like I got my license when I was 23 or 2 or some shit like that. And, but I had been driving for plenty of years, you know, under the radar. I had a permit since I was like 18, but just never actually got a license. And, I forgot where I was going with that one. Oh, yeah, no, because by the time I had to take the test, I was already, like, good to go, you know? I was already, like, fucking driving, and I had to practice. I had to learn how to parallel park, which was, like, not easy at all for me. But then I got the hang of it, and I fucking aced the driving test as far as, like, the parallel parking. That was, like, a test. And I aced that shit. And she's like, no, you did a great job. The only thing is you didn't put on your blinker. And I'm like, oh, what the fuck? I didn't put on my blinker while I was parallel parking. Whoops. I'm like, fuck, did it all hella good? And I'm like, killed it. She's like, you didn't put on your blinker. Fuck. But no, she still passed me and shit. I like to say I charmed my driving instructor. I'm all smiles and giggles, people. What can you expect? And oh yeah, I brought up the parallel parking thing because that's not even a fucking requirement on the Nevada's driver's test anymore. So I spent all that time learning how to do it, fucking doing it all picture perfect, and it's not even required anymore. They took it off the fucking driver's test. You lucky ass children. But yeah, I think I don't really remember the very first time driving, but I remember the earlier two stories. Like my homie just let me drive up the street and I did not get it at all. And then my other homie took me on the freeway when I told him not to. Hot Dog Kisser also asks, do you have any paranormal stories that happened to you? Nah, Hot Dog Kisser, I'm pretty like I've told people this. I'm like, I just kind of choose not to believe that shit. Because the more that you like put it in your head, like, hey, this place is haunted and there's ghosts in here, then you're probably gonna see a ghost. The more I tell myself, yeah, no, that shit's not real and there's no ghosts. Hey, guess what? I've went 27 years without seeing a ghost. I'm doing all right. Oh yeah, people have told me fucking ghost stories and things like that, and I'm like, huh. And I'm like, are you sure it wasn't your whatever in the dark? I'm like, fucking turn off the lights. You'll think a lot of things are ghosts. Yeah, nah, I never have, to be honest, because I just kind of choose to say, hey, that shit's not real. Which, you know, fuck, maybe it is. It probably is. It could be very much. But just when it comes to like that, you can't see it if you don't believe it. or something, right? Can't see it if it isn't real. It's like when I was a kid, when I was like fucking 7, I think I've told this story on the podcast. When I was hella young, I saw Child's Play, like Chucky. You know, I saw the Chucky movies, and I was terrified of the fucking Chucky doll. And as a kid, I was like, I swear to God, my door's gonna open and a fucking Chucky doll is gonna come in here. And as I just had to tell myself as a kid, hey, it's just a movie. It's not real. It's not real. And then, like an uncle or something took me to a fucking haunted house, and it was terrifying. And there was one specific part where shit kind of dies down, and it's this big ass open field with a swing set, and on the swing is a Chucky doll. And I'm like, yeah, nah, get me the fuck out of here, dude. I'm about to go back that way. Fuck finishing the rest of this. But yeah, no paranormal activities over here, Hot Dog Kisser. Hot Dog Kisser also asks, has anybody saved you from death? I mean, fuck. I don't I don't think so. You asked me before if I had like a near-death experience, and I don't think I have. Has anyone ever saved me from death? I mean, I've seen people go down some bad roads and kind of like took that as a learning experience, and if I didn't do that, maybe I would fucking end up dead. But as far as like, has anybody like saved me from walking in the street when a bus was coming or some shit? Like, I'm not sure. I don't think so. I think that would stick out to me. But yeah, I don't think, fuck, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a thrill seeker. I'm not trying to do no fucking... I'm not skydiving, guys. Nah, I don't know. People skydive all the time. I'm just saying. I haven't done anything like... Yeah, I don't think I've ever been... That's the best analogy I can come up with is I've never been walking in front of a fucking... or walking off the sidewalk and a bus was coming and someone stopped me. That's the only one I can think of right now, guys. And you know what that means? That means my brain has checked out and this is the end of the episode. The brain inside the dome says peace out. This went from off the dome to the dome is off. No, I'm just kidding. All right, guys. Truly appreciate everybody that tuned in to another episode of Off the Dome with Dome's Gauge. We'll be back next week for another one. As always, make sure to hit that like button. Leave a comment with more questions for me to answer next week. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're not already. Rate and review on Apple and all that. Yeah. Once again, really appreciate everybody tuning in to the podcast, to the live streams, to the interview I did with OD, and just everybody that's fucking tuning in to what I got going on. I'm truly grateful to have everybody joining me and building this community that we're building. Like I said a bit earlier, that truly means the fucking world to me, and it fucking makes me proud to see that, we're building this army, and it's only going to get bigger. We're only going to get stronger, and yeah, I appreciate you guys. I can't express enough how much that support means to me. We'll be back Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday for the live streams. And expect an announcement for the in-studio performance quarantine concert soon. I'll be announcing that soon. And yeah. Live streams 3 times a week. Subscribe to the channel to get notified if you aren't already. And follow me on all the social medias because that's where I post when I'm going live. Yeah, I'll catch you guys in a couple days for the stream. And I'll see you guys next week for another episode of this podcast, Off the Dome with Dome's Gauge. Peace.